Mr. Beast Lunchly is a disaster. Now, what I know, Mr. Beast, KSI, and Logan Paul try to come out with their own Lunchables. Where the bro?
I am a man who loves YouTuber products, especially those that you consume with your mouth. If it wasn't made by a YouTuber, I ain't gonna eat or drink it. For breakfast, I wake up and have a bowl of Sidemen Best cereal and I wash it down with some Prime. Then for lunch, I usually order a MrBeast burger, and mid-afternoon, I'll treat myself to a Feastable.
These shits are actually gas. I'm not even gonna lie. The burger do hit.
And of course, I'll wash it all down with some Prime. And then for dinner, I'll go out in my finest attire to sides in Wembley Box Park. And I'll try and get some Prime there to wash my delicious meal down with. But if they don't have any, I'll usually go berserk and smash up tables and dunk one of the workers' heads in the fryer. And at the end of the day, I drink a whole bottle of Sidemen vodka to try and numb the crippling stomach cramps. Okay, I'm sort of mocking it here, but I do respect it. I do respect YouTubers trying to go into like other businesses outside of YouTube. Business is hard, and not to kiss their asses too much, but the Sidemen have a lot on the go, and I don't really know how they do it. But the most marketable trio in all of YouTube clash their heads together to create a new mega product. And this may have to replace my lunchtime Beast Burger. It's called Lunchly, and it looks,
exactly like Lunchables, bro. Exactly like it. No doubt about it. You would think it's a Lunchable if you removed the Lunchly. Word to bro.
Less than appetizing. So it's by MrBeast, Logan Paul, and KSI, and they've got a few different options for the lunch. So it's like a Lunchables clone, right? So we got the pizza, which man, that looks shit. That looks so shit.
I mean, it's a Lunchable variant. What do you want?
Could they not put a bit more cheese on that pizza to make it look a bit nicer? We got turkey stackums, which is, I guess, like the classic sort of Lunchables thing. The horrible dry crackers and the processed meats. Yummy. And then we got Fiesta nachos, which might be the worst of the lot because it is just crisps. Like,
keep it a buck with me. Anybody munching on this shit, bro? On Dead Von's grave, bro, I'm not touching any of this shit. On me. I would even give my little brother this shit, bro. I don't even care about him too much. Not even. Keep it a Izzy, bro. Keep it a real Izzy.
You just got some dry crisp with a little bit of dip, a Feastables bar, and a Prime. That's a balanced lunch for a child to have. This is the type of food you give your child if you want them to catch scurvy and die. And honestly, hot take here, I don't really care. This seems like a treat thing, like once in a while you'll give your kid a Lunchly. But if you're stupid enough to feed your child this on a regular basis, that's on you, I'm afraid. I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, how could they feed crap to our kids? Have they no shame? Like, being real, they're not forcing you to buy this. As a parent, it's your own fault if you're feeding them this crap. And being real, if they're going to give them this, they're probably just going to give them something equally as terrible anyway. But what I think is weird, and this seems to be a theme with a lot of YouTuber products, they pretend and act like they're better for you than the alternatives because they have like less sugar and more electrolytes. When in reality, they're maybe only very marginally better, but basically just as bad. In some cases,
that is generally what happened with Prime, and it just blew the freak up. Keep it a buck. No one would be buying Prime if it didn't have the motion it did have right behind it, which is Logan Paul. Come on, one of the founders of YouTube. Come on, people.
Cases, they're probably worse for you than a lot of the alternatives. And they get proper preachy about this sometimes. It does my head in. Like with this, they're claiming it's a better for you alternative to Lunchables, obviously. And they have a video to go along with it. And just look at JJ's face in this first bit.
Lunchly versus Lunchables.
With Lunchly, you get double the amount of liquid.
Prime has no sugar added, more
Bro, they didn't even squeeze out most of the Prime. I saw that, bro. I saw that. They didn't even squeeze out most of the Capri Sun. Look at that bit. Hey, Capri Sun on top, bro. What's they talking about? Trying to diss my game. What you talking about? Caprice.
The amount of liquid.
Prime has no sugar added, more electrolytes, and more B vitamins.
Crunch bar.
He's so tired, man. I imagine some dude with an air horn running in his room in the morning, blaring and going, "Wake up, JJ! You have a new product line! Get up! You have to be in the promotional material!"
Feastables Crunch.
Yeah!
How different can a chocolate bar really be? As it turns out, it barely is. Right, let's go on the most bright and over-the-top website I've ever been on in my life, the Feastables website, and click nutritional facts and info. So, who eats half a bar of chocolate? Serving size, half a bar, 30 grams, 15 grams of sugar. So half the weight of it is sugar. It's not it's not good for you, despite the fact it's... Oh, no, MrBeast, no! Go away! No!
The memeless is going in on these dudes. He need to chill. He need to chill.
Oh, I want to just read you nutritional info. Now let's compare that to Cadbury's in the UK. Where's sugars?
Never
Okay,
tried
so
this
in
chocolate before.
it's about the same. So in 110 grams of chocolate, there's 56 grams of sugar. So it's basically the same. And then let's compare it to Hershey's, which is an American chocolate, right? So in 43 grams, there is 25 grams of sugar. So Feastables is better in terms of that, but not by much. And it's sort of hailed as like a, you know, a better for you chocolate. When it's
Is this really what it comes down to when you're getting a meal at the store? What's in there? Is that really what it comes down to for you? Maybe if you really cared about your body, alright. Convenience-wise, and motion-wise, name-wise, Lunchable was gonna be a hit. Keep it a stack. Keep it a stack. It was gonna be a hit. Even Peep, I would have even tried it. But bro, this just ain't working out.
really not.
Our pizza uses real cheese. Theirs,
It's not
as it says on their
different.
box, is mozzarella pasteurized prepared cheese product. They can't even call it real cheese.
I mean, that really should be the standard, shouldn't it? If anything, this is just highlighting to me how bad food regulation is in the US. When the healthier alternative can brag about using actual cheese instead of like lab-grown foreskin cheese or whatever it said.
We're also 30 less calories, 3 less grams of fat, and 8 less grams of sugar.
How everyone in America isn't obese or dying from heart disease, I have no idea. If this is what you feed your kids.
Turkey stack 'em, 310 calories,
230 calories.
21 grams of sugar.
Only 7 grams of sugar.
If you look at this close up, you can already tell which one has better ingredients.
Okay, let's have a quick look at this, right? I genuinely don't know. They both look like processed crap. Okay, so the Lunchables one is the one with the paler cheese and the pink.
As I said before, bro, this man Memeless is dissing the fuck out of these dudes, bro. I'm not gonna lie, Lunchables looks 10 times better than Lunchly. Now that I think about it.
Meats. If anything, I'd say that looks more natural, if anything. But they both look like crap.
All right, we'll start off with the Lunchables.
Bro, I'm sorry, that's trash.
Yeah, you're overdoing it a bit. I understand this may be a
W
hot take, but
marketing.
Lunchables are shit. They're dry, processed wank. But they do not warrant that reaction. They're just a bit bland and dry and they are a bit grim. But they don't. What is that reaction? You're forcing it. Come on.
Now we're trying Lunchly. Come on. We're not biased at all, but ours is way better.
There's absolutely no way they're that different. They're
Yo. Oh, keep it a snack. Was this not biased? Was this not biased when he said that?
essentially the same
I might have to
thing.
eat a lunch
Fiesta
instead.
nachos.
As I said, I think this is the worst one of them all. If you send your kid to school with their lunch as crisps, a chocolate bar, and a bottle of Prime, just save your kid a job and call Childline on yourself.
Come in close and look at the queso cheese and lunch.
Pedantic nitpick here, but queso is cheese. It's Spanish for cheese. So what you just said here, Logan, is look at the cheese.
Versus whatever that is. Drip versus stick. I like my cheese drippy, bro.
They both look vile, but yeah, that one certainly looks less plasticky than the Lunchables one. I'll give them that. Well done.
This is a Lunchly salsa right here. Look at the consistency, the texture. And this is Lunchables. Look, it's watery.
I ain't even a fan of salsa, but like, bro, what is this comparison?
How came it look?
I'm not shitting you, they look exactly
the
the same.
same.
I feel like I'm watching that PS5 Pro presentation. They both look exactly the same. Maybe the Lunchly one is slightly less liquidy, but they're basically the same. You're doing too much, Logan. You're trying too hard. It's making it unbelievable. You're trying to gaslight us with the salsa. Yeah, the salsa's really different. This Lunchables one is shit. It's shit. But this Lunchly one, it's very different. It's fantastic. Now, I think the announcement of Lunchly is a pretty significant moment in the world of YouTuber products, because before it was like a really cool thing to see a YouTuber start a company and have success with it. But it seems now like these things are just being thrown out so quickly, and people are getting a bit fed up of seeing it unless it's like something very good. One such person who is a bit fed up of this is DanTDM, who tweeted in response to the announcement of Lunchly with, "What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them do better." And this prompted responses from everybody involved in Lunchly. I don't know why they didn't just ignore it and firm it. But anyway, KSI responded with, "Looks like crap to me, and it's like it's just some toys that Dan has put out."
Bro went ahead and dissed one of the OGs, bro. And you know a community does not sit for that. That's why everybody was attacking this dude. Makes sense.
Being real, I'm not too sure how this is relevant. And then he quote tweeted his own tweet again with, but he was talking about food, JJ. He was sponsored, then promoted, and made a whole video on Munchpack, a monthly sub box full of food and candy to his Minecraft audience for the kids. Now what? And this was a video that was posted to Dan's second channel 9 years ago. And look, as I said, I don't care if you promote like unhealthy things. I don't care. But this just seems like he's massively reaching, you know? Unhealthy things a lot of the time are tasty, okay? There's nothing wrong with having a sweet little treat every now and then. Logan Paul's response was, "I'll tell you what happened to YouTubers. We spent our lives creating content and building our brands. Now we want to build businesses. And don't say anything when Lunchable's face is banned for allegedly containing lead. But when we create a better version, you're upset, then don't eat it." And this got community noted. Misleading in saying Lunchable face is banned for allegedly containing lead, and they created a better version. It implies Lunchly doesn't contain lead. The Icepop fine hydration found in the Turkish stackers also has reports of lead contamination from the ERC. And finally, we have MrBeast's response, which is probably the best of them all, to be fair. Lunchable sells hundreds of millions of units and countless people eat it. Our goal is to give people a better for you alternative to it. Our turkey meal, for example, is 80 less calories, 60% less sugar, more electrolytes. We use real cheese. They use cheese products. They can't quit cheese, high quality meat, etc. Obviously, eating fresh chicken and broccoli is healthier, but if someone is going to eat a pre-made meal like this, which millions of people do through Lunchables, then I think giving them a higher quality version at roughly the same price is a net good, in my opinion. And that's why we launched Lunchly. Okay, look, I don't think there's anything wrong with...
I can't even believe that MrBeast is even getting the action. Like, shit, bro used to really just post YouTube videos and not say anything in public or on social media. That shit. It's MrBeast in the beat.
Just selling something for the sake of making money. Like, being real, you're not trying to better the world by by selling Lunchly. If you want to make money, that's fine. That's totally fine. I'm a bag chaser myself. They call me George Money Memulus. And as I said, they should have probably just firmed this. Like, Dan's audience are mostly adults or older teenagers now. But when I say adults, like, not old enough to have their own kids and buy this for them. And no doubt they will see success with this, because this is targeted at kids and people that have kids, you know? And they're not going to see all this go down. They should have probably just firmed it, took it on the chin, except for maybe MrBeast, because his response was actually pretty good. And as I said, honestly, I don't care if it's not the healthiest product in the world. It is just weird that like their whole branding is around it being a better for you substitute when it's still pretty terrible. Like and subscribe, or I will subject you to eating Lunchly for the...
No, Memulus, no. My personal opinion on the whole stitch, Lunchly and Lunchable are the same thing. And they're competing for no reason. And they should really just come together and make a collab. Or not. Either way, the world will still be spitting. I was never even going to touch a Lunchly anyways. Can you imagine that?